Let's face it, life isn't easy. If you're stuck in a bad relationship, betrayed or afraid of tomorrow, financially insecure, or desperate for a breakthrough, you've come to the right place. Dr. Carmen Harra is a renowned psychologist, intuitive, relationship expert, and best-selling author, and she's here to give you the miracle guidance you need. Her new call-in show, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Dr. Harra's show aims to eliminate everyday problems, big and small, with topics like healing your relationships, reclaiming your power, achieving better health, dealing with loss, and so much more. Regain the joy, stability, and fulfillment you deserve to feel. Tune in to Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life with host Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and find the answers you've been looking for.
Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Miracle Guidance, the show that offers you the guidance you need to transform and understand your life better. I'm Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio, my favorite station. And tonight, I would love to talk to you about how to reach your goals. If there's any way I can help you understand what it means to turn your dreams into reality. And I will use a quote from Ted Turner, who said, "You should set your goals beyond your reach, so you always have something to live for." By this, I think he meant that we should always strive for something better and greater, because we all have ambitions, things that we feel in our hearts we need to accomplish. So we set some of these goals for the people we love to help them improve their lives. So we set some for ourselves to become better and better. But regardless, who we set these goals for, achieving positive change of any kind is immensely rewarding. So what is more fulfilling than, for instance, buying your first home, or opening the doors to your own business, or stepping on the scale and seeing that, hey, I finally lost all those pounds and I reached the ideal weight. All goals, no matter how small or how large, they are valid because they are important to you. For people, for instance, battling depression, even just getting up in the morning can be a big achievement that they deserve to feel proud of. I've been dealing with addiction, depression for a very long time, and I know a goal is any personal victory that satisfies your higher self. The emotions we feel inside when we reach our goals are incredible and priceless. So setting goals is easy, but getting to them is a whole different story. So that's why I love this topic, because many of us don't even know where to start, which direction to go, and when is the right time to do something fulfilling for yourself. So discovering the right path can be highly confusing. This is why having a strategy is often more important than having a goal, because every destination requires direction. No matter which destination, we need a direction. So forming and following a solid plan is the way and the only way to move forward. I don't think you can succeed in life without setting a goal and without having a strategy. So no matter what goals you have in mind, there are actions that will help you achieve them. And I always thought of like 12 strategies we need to have to reach any goals. And I thought of 12 because I always have a fascination with the concept of time, with the Pythagorean concept of numbers, the language of the universe. And if you think of 12, you think of in history of the 12 gates to Israel, the 12 apostles, the 12 months, the 12 hours, the 12 years that you go to school for, and so on and so forth. And the 12, has such a significance through history. So then I said, okay, let me come up with 12 strategies for all of you to reach your goal. Actually, reaching your goal has a lot to do with manifesting your goal. And I actually call this show Manifest, a way to manifest your life in the best possible way, because we all have ambitions, but we don't always know how to turn them into our reality, because it isn't easy to set up a goal and to stick with the goal and to form a solid plan, and to have the right guidance, to motivate yourself, to take the right steps. So going back to the idea, I'm making a parenthesis, the idea of manifestation. I wrote a book years ago, published actually by Random House. Random House was bought by Penguin Books. And the book is called The 11 Eternal Principle. And I really, went back to my book and I tried to remember what I said when I talk about the law of manifestation. The book was about the 11 eternal laws of the universe versus our man-made laws. And we can see the only laws that survive the test of time, that will always, be there, are the laws of the divine. In the last number of years, everybody has been talking about the law of attraction. I wrote books on the number one law of spirituality, which is the law of karma. And there are a number of laws in the universe. The law of totality, the law of wisdom, the law of harmony, the law of abundance, the law of evolution, the law of dharma, the law of infinite possibilities. So these are universal laws. Reality is that these laws, they interact with each other. So we're speaking a lot about the law of attraction. We should integrate the other laws in order to have all the laws in place. It's exactly like you want to make a soup and you have one single ingredient. And that ingredient is the law of attraction. Don't have the rest of the ingredients, the soup is not going to be good. So the same thing is like I'm trying to be a little bit funny, but all these laws, they work with each other and complement each other and create the totality of laws. Now, the law of attraction is, the law of manifestation is tied into the law of attraction. It's like what's within you, you will attract. How do you manifest things? So the law of attraction is, as I said, tied into the law of manifestation, because the way we function is our brain waves, the force of consciousness, creates a physical reality. We used to say that whatever we think, we bring about, which is actually the law of attraction and the law of manifestation tied into each other. But we are not only sometimes projecting our thoughts outward and interacting with the material world, and actually billions of people do this on a daily basis, affecting the reality of the world we are living in, which makes me believe, and indirectly I'm saying that the whole COVID situation, the whole situation we are going through, is just a manifestation of something at the collective mind of the planet. We also act based upon our emotion. And if we are more evolved, we act on our thoughts as well. So you should never let your emotion rule yourself or control your life or dictate what you're about to act. So you should allow your thought process to take over. So in addition, I should say, to influence the world through our action, which we can easily do, we have to observe the world and, acknowledge the force and the power of the brain waves. So we're not only attracting circumstances that match our vibration, as the law of attraction suggests, but we also manifest circumstances, bringing them through our thoughts, feelings, through our actions. So remember that attraction is a little bit different than manifestation, but attraction brings things to you, while manifestation allows you to make things happen in the physical world. So if our brain waves have a low vibration, we will manifest situations that have a low vibration circumstance. So if our waves in the brain are incapable of manifesting the things that we desire and we want, consequently, we feel like we are not getting anywhere. We feel like we're stuck. We feel like we are losers, and But if we generate emotion and thoughts that are productive and creative, and have all that strong intent, we will change our lives for better. And I think that if ever humanity needs to do this, is right now. And it is important to understand that it can take an enormous amount of energy to influence the physical reality. I mean, for a second, I'm giving you like an example. You can look at a rock that is a very low vibration level because it's a very dense form of matter. And focus, look at the rock and put your intent to make it float in the air. And, you're not going to see the rock jumping from the ground. And the same thing in a metaphoric way comes true when you think, well, I want to be a performer, be on American Idol, or write a book that becomes the #1 bestseller, or graduate Harvard tomorrow. If you don't have, that strength within you to raise those waves and that vibration energy and work very, very hard to get there where you want. So our brain waves really do manifest physical reality, and many people work, to use that power and positive thoughts to make things happen. So, and sometimes, people should gather the collective energy or the collective energy of prayers, to influence things in a positive way. I think that even nowadays, based on what's happening in the world, we should work on healing the world, because this is a karmic disease. Why is it karmic? Because almost every 100 years we had different diseases. We go in 1918, we go to, actually it lasted till from 1918 to 1920 was the Spanish flu. We go another 100 years ago, 200 something years ago, we had cholera, we had other. So there were 2 centuries of evolution. From almost 100 years to the next 100 years, we saw this diseases that came, killing a lot of people. And now going back to something that Einstein discovered, that energy never disappears, it only converts into another form. So light energy turns into chlorophyll, which is the food for the plants, which feeds animal, which feeds human, and you have thoughts and feelings that are forms of energy. So manifestation refers to ideas and thoughts and emotion, which are information in a form of that light energy that will sooner or later transform into the solid world. So in other words, energy converts into the matter. This is what Einstein used to say. So we think of energy and matter as 2 separate things because they are at the level of our perception, they are separated. But at the quantum physics, the smallest bit of matter, the particles, flip back and forth between matter and light energy, which is called waves. The light energy are the waves. So I don't know if this is too complicated for you to comprehend, but this is what I put in my book, The 11 Internal Principles. Try to make people understand the power of manifestation and to understand the nature of reality at the quantum field. And everything that appears to be solid is actually just an expression of energy that can never be destroyed. So consequently, there's no such thing like the real death. That doesn't really happen. So here is where we contradict that, when we contradict the fact that energy dies, which is not true. So the rules of the quantum physics help us grasp the principle of manifestation. And I'm not going to go too much into this because I've already tried to convince you of what I'm trying to say. But every thought, feeling, action is a form of energy and is also translated into a physical reality, because our minds are very active, are creating every day new beliefs, new idea, new emotion, constantly changing our physical reality. So our challenge is to stop trying to affect the world only through action and recognize that manifestation begins in the mind, because actions follow from there. So I want you to kind of, and here I can talk for hours because I'm so fascinated by the way our thoughts translate into words. into action in the brain. There's some kind of a biochemical reaction that is expressed into different forms of energy, and our body responds to our consciousness or unconsciousness through thoughts. So the way we move our lips, our tongue, our lung, the way we speak words, the way we produce waves, our emotion create biochemical reaction. You know, for example, fear causes adrenal gland to release a hormone cortisol, or norepinephrine goes to the roof, you know, or the body can be healed by endorphins. So this biochemical affect our body's movement and our action. So our emotion and thoughts lead to action that influence other people's and influence even object, whether we acknowledge them or not. And this is the way the energy of a simple thought manifests in a physical form. Now, again, this is a very fascinating topic, and so I kind of choose to use it in order to make you understand what happens when you actually understand the role that you play in manifesting your own reality, you know. Make sure you know that our anger and frustration drain the energy and could not be used to achieve your goals. So don't feel abandoned in your life by God, or overwhelmed or paralyzed, or don't let the cortisol level go to the roof. Don't feel powerless, because that's going to take away that ability of you to manifesting your desire. So it will lead to you sabotaging yourself. So let go of all these feelings in order for you to be able to achieve what you want. I'm going to take a short break. I have some people calling me, and so I am excited to talk to Kim in Florida and to all of you in a minute after the break.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
OMTimes magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organisation, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at omtimes.com. OMTimes, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
My name is Victor Furman. Some call me The Voice. I've always been fascinated with human nature, spirituality, science, and the crossroads at which they meet. Join me Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio, and we'll explore these topics and so much more on Destination Unlimited.
Coping-19, brought to you by CDC and the Ad Council.
If you're feeling increasingly lonely right now, you're not alone. It's totally normal. Even though we may not be able to get together in person, connecting virtually with friends and family still gives you a chance to interact with people and may help raise your spirits. Join a virtual book club, set up group text chats, or online video coffee breaks with coworkers.
Find more self-care and coping tips at coping-19.org.
And I'm back. I'm Carmen Harra on OMTime Radio. So excited to be with you tonight and talking about manifesting your goals into your reality and trying to give you the sort of scientific explanation of why and how and in whichever way you can understand the phenomena that's happening within the waves of the brain and how to actually get exactly what you want through a lot of work, through a lot of hard work, but believing in yourself and try to strategize with you the 12 steps to achieve any goal. And I'm going to go through them in a minute, but I have to make two or three announcements. First of all, for everybody who was part of my show, my celebration show of 3 years on OMTime Radio, you guys, I want you to know I did send a lot of bracelets. Some of them came back, like Pauline, for instance, who I know she's waiting for the bracelet. It says that address she gave me doesn't exist. So if you guys got my bracelet, let me know. And if some of you didn't, let's check with the post office, because I got some of the bracelet back. I don't understand why. I have no idea what's going on with the postal service anymore. So let's make sure that you guys receive my gift. It will be my pleasure, my honor to have it from me. And just let me know if you said, well, I didn't receive it, then let me check with the post office or let me send you another one. But let's make sure that the addresses I got the addresses correctly, because my assistant spent quite a lot of time at the post office, but obviously the intention was not to get them back, because they supposedly cannot deliver them. I know we live in a time when things are more difficult to be achieved, talking about achieving things, but let me work with you and write me an email at Carmen Harra to let me know if you receive what I've sent you, or if you didn't, we'll make sure you will a second time. Again, I want to let you know that I am doing a lot of lives on Facebook, so if you want to be part of my family on Facebook, I have a fan page where I have 100-something thousand people. So I just did a live recently, like hours ago, talking about my show today. I'm live on Facebook. I've been live on Facebook with John Gray, with Tony Leroy, and many other known people. But I will have a Facebook Live with Christian Northrop, who is actually my guest on the famous doctor that you all heard about on PBS and on all the news through many years. But I also want you to be part of my Facebook account. If you join me, follow me on Carmen Harra fan page, because I have another page that is only 40,000 people. But follow me on the one with more people. That's the one I highly recommend. I'm doing a lot of lives there. Also, I'm working on a new conference. I did 4 conferences in the last 5-6 months. One conference was a topic on health and healing and nutritional healing and alternative healing. Another one was on how to demystify the power of your divine code. And I was talking about the different types of karma and the law of karma of the universe, and the connection that exists between the concept of numerology and the transmigration of the soul, which is the karmic idea of what happens to us through centuries of evolution. And then the last one was about relationships, how to achieve the relationship you want. And I've been talking at my last conference about different types of relationship, the laws of the marriage, the 10 elements of the soulmate, all those ideas I came up with on my book, The Guide to Relationship, that I published some years ago on Penguin Books. And I touch upon my new book called Committed, Finding Love Through the 7 Archetypes that's coming out very soon. So if you want to be part of my social media on Instagram, or on Carmen Harra, Dr. Carmen Harra on Instagram, Facebook, Carmen Harra, or if you have any questions for me, don't hesitate to call, because I'm here for you. I always love to give you my advice. While I'm working very hard to get a degree from Cornell, so I'll get it by August, finally, in nutritional and medical nutrition, and I'm excited about this. And I hope that you guys will be in touch with me with any type of question that have to do with your health. And if I can help in any ways, don't hesitate to contact me. So coming back to, and before I go back to the 12 strategies to reach a goal, I will take your calls, and I'm going to go actually to Kim, and I'm going to invite Kim to speak with me. Hi, my lovely Kim. How are you?
Hi, Carmen. How are you?
I'm okay. How is everything, my lovely Kim?
You're so sweet. I'm doing well. And how are you?
Good. I am doing great. I made up my mind long time ago that I will always say every single day, because the words have power, that I'm doing well and everything is well. and everything is only going to get better. So that's my philosophy. So I stick with my philosophy.
I agree with you. I try to do the exact same every day and teach my kids this.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. You teach your kids this. Your kids should know that their life will always improve, and they should always be careful with their own words, and never allow themselves to be influenced by anybody, and never allow themselves to be victimized by anybody, because the number one relationship we have in this world is with ourselves. That's a permanent relationship. So the kids should know that. They should know to develop great relationship with themselves and be at peace and be in harmony with their own soul. So
they're doing well. So I'm calling. That guy David, he still never reached out. But you did tell me that I was going to meet someone else, and so I did. And
well, when you see somebody, I'm sorry to interrupt you. When you see somebody who's non-responsive, probably that person has an emotional issue. Something is going on within himself that is not okay. And we are not here to change people's perception. If they don't want to, break through, if they don't want to get unstuck, we cannot do this for anyone. This is something that needs to be done by every individual. So I'm glad that you met someone else. I'm really excited. Tell me a little bit about this person.
So he's been recently divorced, and he went back to his wife with the 3 kids to try to see if they can work things out, and it's not workable. So he's
So in other words, you met him and he went back to his wife?
No. So I know him through baseball with the kids and stuff, and stuff with the kids. So I divorced 5 years ago. He divorced 4 years ago, but he actually never left, but he got divorced, but he never got remarried or anything, but he's moving out of the house. He's been living at a friend's house. So I have a birthday that I can give you. And I just wanted to know, and I really like him, and we have a lot of connections, and it's someone for the first time that I've met him, someone like him that I like, and
good.
So I wanted to see if I can give you a birthday and see what you have to say.
Give me your birthday, and in order to see if there's compatibility. There is a way to determine through your time and his, just make and acknowledge whether this relationship is karmic, is just a transition, or is more than that, or is compatible. Let's see what it is. Just give me his birthday and yours.
Okay, so my birthday is October 3, 1969.
1969, okay.
Okay, so 10/3/69, and then his birthday is May 19th.
10/3 October. No, okay, I wrote something else. October 69. Got it. Okay.
Yep. And he's May 19th. May 19th, 1972. I just wanted to make sure I'm not like a rebound.
Okay, let's see. Just a second. 1 minute. Bear with me. Oh, no. Listen. This is a past life relationship. And I will tell you why. 1969, if you take 1969 and you add all those numbers together, you reach number 7. So you have a 7 life path. Now, his numerology is number 7. In other words, his divine code is number 7. When somebody's divine code coincides with the year that the person is born, which his numerology is 7, but 1969 equals a 7, shows that you guys knew each other before. So the guy comes into your life from a past life. In other words, this is not somebody new who just came in your life. Didn't you have a feeling of knowing him? A sense of knowing him?
Funny you say that. I've always just knew of him that he was a dad, but the connection. I started talking to him about 5 weeks ago, and it's been slow because he's got a lot going on in the house and whatever. But the connection's crazy. Like, I feel like I do know him already.
Well, let me tell you something. And this is what I did at my latest seminar, and this is what I did on my seminar called The Love School. I made people understand how powerful and intense connection can be from past lives. So what I want you to understand is that the connection with him goes back to a life that you had before with him. So consequently, the sense of deja vu plus the intensity of the relationship is incredible, So you guys have that intense connection, So that's when this is what this says. It says this is a past life. So consequently, being a past life, it means that you guys are kind of meant, to know each other and to meet and to have a relationship together. Do you see this progressing or going anywhere?
I really do. I really do. He's always talking about, like, we're going to take a mini vacation, and we're going to take his boat out for a sunset. Like, he's talking future, and our kids do know each other. But like, just our connection on all levels is unbelievable. It's so strong, and then it's just compatible. And he's taking it slow because he's got things going on with building his business back up, and changing it out of her name and putting it in his own name, and he's just got stuff going on, and but he wanted to go somewhere, and he told me, and I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like a rebound thing.
No.
What do you see?
Absolutely not. This is not.
Do you see this? Do you see this be a long distance relation? A long term relationship?
I am making you understand something significant, and I'm repeating myself. This is a karmic relationship. Those relationships are known to be the most intense because there's something significant here between you and him to be resolved. He's a reflection of something. Plus, this is a man you will always have a feeling of knowing him. Like I've met him before, like I had a sense of I know him from a long time, So I just want you to acknowledge that this is significant, very significant.
That's a good thing then. So you see us moving forward.
Relationships that come from past life, you can't walk away from them. Nor you nor him. In other words, you guys have this amazing connection coming from a different time that needs to be resolved, understood, and processed. So you guys are meant to kind of stick with each other, and you kind of meant to make this happen and make it work. And that's exactly what you guys are going to do. So there you have a lot of... I sometimes wonder, because it's hard to identify 100% whether when I saw you in a relationship, probably I saw you with this guy. It's very possible, because I've never met the other man, or so in other words, all I knew is that I do see you in a relationship, and the most important thing is that this man can be good for you. So he has all the potential to be a very, very good life partner, and you guys share a lot of things in common, and you guys have that connection, that chemistry, that attraction. And I think that not only you feel attraction towards him, he feels attraction towards you too, if you agree with me.
I do. So do you know when he's going to move out of his house? He says he's trying to buy a house, and he's hoping by April 22nd. I was just wondering when...
I have that in mind around the spring of this year. I don't know 100% if it's April 20th or is May 4th, or it may take a bit longer. But I know as a fact that this is going to happen. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So he definitely wants this. I mean, he's already divorced. He's definitely he said he's checked out. He wants no part of her. He's just ready to. You feel like I'm safe. You know how that could be.
In which sense you safe? I don't understand.
He's been living there with his ex-wife for years, trying to work things out, but he doesn't want it anymore. And now she's trying really hard, and it's just a little awkward for me. But he said he's already checked out, and he's put an offer on a house, and he's done. So I have nothing to worry about.
I don't think he's lying about this. I think he's telling you the truth.
Okay.
The sense that I have is that he's telling you the truth. Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is good. So when do you think that we might become significant? Because he's right now, I guess, you think he's a little scared to like jump into another relationship?
Yeah, that might be. That might be. I really believe like he's trying to test himself whether he's capable to move forward. But I think he's excited about being with you. You know, he really wants to make that happen. And I wanna follow up with you and see how is this guy moving forward in the relationship with you in the next 2-3 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, to see where you're going. Because I anticipate that he's gonna open up to you, and you guys are gonna start to feel closer and closer by the minute. And I kind of encourage you to understand this is karma, this is coming from past life, this is meant to happen. This is not something like an accident or not just something temporary. So it's way more than just a transitory relationship. This is something that can be very powerful and serious.
That's awesome. I didn't know it was that powerful. I didn't know that.
Because of the karma. So what I'm opening up in your perception is to acknowledge this is a karmic thing. This is not just a mistake. This is something that is meant to help you. You know what I mean? Being karmic is meant to define, your life.
Right.
He came into your life because there's something from past lives that needs to be revisited, needs to be healed.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Very karmic relationship. You know, I recommend you my book, Karma Queen Guide to Relationship. There's an entire chapter on karmic relationship that I want you to read. Do me this favor, get this book, get it on Kindle. It's like $2. It's less than a coffee. And read it. Read the chapter on karmic relationship, because you will see yourself with this man in that description, and it's going to help you comprehend how to move forward in case of this type of relationship. So make sure you get all the guidance from that book, because otherwise it will take me hours and hours to explain. But I think in the book you will be able. I advise you to get that book, because I know you need to learn more about this.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely interested, and I will totally read that. So do you see us like when do you see us becoming significant?
Oh, very soon. This is a matter of weeks, probably 2 months. Probably it's hard to anticipate 100%. That approximately this is very soon.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. And you had his birthday right? You had May 19th, 1972, right?
I got it all right, yeah.
Okay.
May 19,
all
1972. Right. Yeah, I didn't make a mistake, no. And
October 3rd, awesome.
69. Okay, my love. Thank you, my Kim. Thank you for reaching out to me.
Yes, and I'll read that book.
I love you, please.
Okay, love you too. Thank you.
Karma Queen Guides to Relationship. It's a guide to relationship. You identify yourself in that book. Okay, love.
I wrote it down. And you know what? What was the thing on Facebook that you were saying? I'm friends with you on Instagram, but not Facebook.
Facebook. Put Carmen Harra on Facebook. I have 100-something thousand people. And I want you to be my friend there, because I'm doing lives all the time and answering people's questions live, and you can communicate with me all the time on Facebook.
All right, I'm going to look you up now. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
I love you, my Kim. You too, my sweetheart. Okay, everybody, I'm going to take a break. I love you, Kim, and I'll be back in a minute.
The best of holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose. to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. AscendingHearts.com.
Hello, I'm Sandy Sedgbeer, host of OMTimes magazine's flagship radio show, What is Going On? My passion is sifting through information, research, and innovations from new thought teachers, speakers, and researchers pushing back the boundaries of what we know about life, energy, metaphysics, and the universe. I love shifting perceptions about who we are, why we're here, and how quickly impossible becomes normal when we open our minds, expand our awareness, and accept that the only limits that exist are those we place upon ourselves. So if you're the kind of forward-thinking, eager investigator of what lies beyond the current reality that most perceive, why not make a date to come play with me in the field of possibilities at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday, and together we can discover what's really going on.
If I could be you.
And you could be me.
For just 1 hour.
If you could find a way.
To get inside.
Each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
And I'm back. And I want to remind you, this is a calling show. So if you guys want to talk to me, I'm here for you. Sometimes there's so many people, I can never respond. And nowadays, in this very moment, there's not too many people. So if you want to call in, Christopher, my producer, will take your calls, 202-570-7057. And I'm going to go back to the 12 strategies. So I think somebody's calling. Hi, Elena from Florida. Hi, my beautiful Elena. How are you?
Hi, I am good. Better say I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I'm so glad
good,
to hear
Elena.
You again.
It's beautiful to hear you, my love.
Even I don't listen all the time on the radio. I see you on the show that you do from Romania. People, right. And I thank you. And I also want to thank you. I called you last time and I told you about how can I do to see signs from my brother. And I did see signs.
Tell me.
I had a dream of him. I don't have very clear what the dream was, but the next day, me and my girl, we saw a rainbow, but a rainbow not the regular one. Not a rainbow that you see like after the rain.
Right.
And I think it's the fourth rainbow that we see since he passed away.
Wow.
It's amazing because even I tell my girl, I never saw so many rainbows.
Did you take a picture of that? Did you take a picture of the rainbow?
I did.
Oh my gosh, show it to me. I
will send it to you. And it's the second one that I took picture.
Yeah, you have. Anytime there is a sign from him, you know, the way the people on the other side show signs through the rainbow, to butterflies, to seeing their names on something, you know. You look at TV and you see somebody who has their name, or, you know, all of a sudden you see a bird, you know, in front of your house. These are, you know, the traditional
Oh, this one happened so much of me lately. Like birds coming, just like they're looking at my window.
Right, the birds,
it's funny.
It's a symbol of them trying to reach out. And
also I see their birthdays,
names, everything that connects to that person is going to start to manifest in front of your eyes, because that's in other words, you know, the soul of your brother who doesn't have the body is there trying to show you. Sometimes they switch on light. Did it ever happen that the light goes off and on, or the TV goes off and stuff like that?
It happened before these 2 weeks, but last week it happened something weird. I saw some air from the car, but it wasn't nothing wrong with the car.
Right.
And it just happened that day, like a air, but not smoke, not anything, like air. I'm like, what?
Okay.
What? what's that? And now sometimes I'm thinking maybe I'm getting I'm going crazy. Something's wrong
No,
with
you're
me.
not crazy at
But
all. This has nothing to do with imagining things.
I don't know. It's just,
No, this is
yeah.
very clear. You're very conscious. You're very aware. You're very much in this world, and you just observe.
The thing is that happened only with me and my girl. And when I tried to show my husband that maybe something's wrong with the car, nothing was happening. I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
Very possible that he doesn't want this message to be delivered to anyone else other than you, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. But many times I say, I don't know if maybe are times that I'm imagining, but that helped me. So it's okay.
Right. Yeah.
As long as it helps me to feel a little more a little more relief. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, and I thank you for that. Every time I talk to you, it's like
don't you feel better overall? Don't you feel like
I feel when I do that, when I have this conversation, because I do have conversation with him. I don't know why. I believe he listens to me. And actually, I feel like he does.
Because he's listening. Yeah. You know, he might not be able to speak, you know, though my vision is it goes a long time in the future, and my prediction is that the day will come when there will be a specific device helping us to communicate at the level of a very high vibrational frequency, communicated with the other world, you know, that is just separated from this world by a thin veil, and will be able with that device to tap into the energy of the person on the other side, and literally be able to reach a certain form of communication. So
I would really love to do that.
We are so looking forward to the mystery of life and death to find out what's happening to us. Yeah.
Yeah. It's this life is full of mystery, a lot of mystery.
Right.
And it's interesting everything what happens after.
Yeah.
It's a relief when these signs happen, but are times when I fell on the other part. You know, it's like I'm still in that ball rolling. Sometimes on a good side, sometimes I'm feeling on another side, and I kind of like feel the pain that he felt when he was alive.
Yeah.
And I'm so sad that I could not change anything. I could not help him, and also talking with my dad today, he was telling me that he actually sees when he's at 12 o'clock in the night or in the night, he sees him like ask him why didn't you do that, or like blaming him. It probably his conscience. I don't know. It's like he feels so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he didn't do the things right.
Right.
So I don't know. It's are good things and are the other side that we should understand. I don't know. I really wish like I could be more like, you know, to see him and to have the answer so I can answer everybody that I see they are keeping the pain inside of them. Like my mom, my dad, my brother, they don't talk about it. Like very little, they don't talk about like what, like I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to see everybody living the pain in themselves, like keeping inside.
Perceiving this pain in a different way. You know what I mean? You sense it at your level, at the level of your connection with him, and all the other family members that they handle this pain differently. So that's what's very important, you know, for you to understand and keep on your own level of perception, keep the communication. I really believe that the messages for him will continue. And also, you know what you can do? You can ask him to guide you, to help you. Usually it's pretty remarkable. I've seen thousands of cases in which a soul from the other side with his power will intervene, you know, intervene
Mhm.
in helping us with something that we couldn't do for a very long period of time. So let's say, okay, we couldn't achieve a goal, or but then you will see a divine intervention. Divine intervention will come from the soul of the person. Believe it or not, they so much closer to the divine. They live in a higher dimension, and from there they can help. They can create the miracle. Absolutely. So
I
if
will.
there's something you
I heard
want,
last
ask him to
week.
help you. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I actually want to ask you, what is your opinion about it? I heard someone saying that don't talk with the soul so often, or don't ask them to come and give you signs
No.
because they have other things to do, or you do their wrong. That's wrong to do that. So I'm like, okay, I didn't feel anything wrong. So what is your? I know
No,
you.
listen, no. They want to be in touch. They not. I don't believe that we are necessarily disturbing them. You can ask the permission to communicate with them and light a candle and say, "I would love to communicate." And if they are willing, you will sense that. You will feel them. If you don't feel a response and a soul is doing something else on the other side, you're not going to feel the presence. But you can ask the permission, exactly like in this world. When you want to
Okay.
communicate with somebody, you invite them to the conversation. If they're busy, you postpone it for a later time. But I believe that in the case
Okay.
of your brother, he is, he keeps on showing me a V,
I
a
think he's
V
so
initial.
present.
Right. I believe that too. And I feel, I really sense that he's trying to help you with the things that you always wanted to see happening to you, like doing that positive work for you, and also trying very much to make himself felt and acknowledge that he's guiding you, that he's there
Yeah,
with a
I really
sense
have
of
a hard
helping
time
you.
right now with my
Right.
goals. Yeah,
Right.
I'm kind of stuck right now, and I don't know. But I remembered another sign that I think it's a sign. I put white
Right.
flowers close to his pictures. And the amazing things, that is the second time I have white flowers. The first time I had roses, and those roses in the vase, they start to outgrow new leaves. I
Right.
never saw that. I never saw that before.
Incredible.
And they stay
It's
for
incredible.
so long. And now I have other white flowers. And they look
So
beautiful, perfect.
yeah,
It's
he's
amazing.
trying to show you that he's there. He's trying to make you feel relaxed and comfortable, that he is okay. Because all you want to make sure is that he is okay, that his soul is okay.
I feel that
That he
he's
can.
fine. I feel that he's
Oh,
so much
absolutely.
better. Just
Absolutely.
we are not without him. Like we miss
Yeah, I
him. That's
know.
the
I
hard
know.
part.
I know.
Oh, I so much love to talk with you.
Okay,
It like
my
gives
Elena.
me so much peace and so much
I
joy.
love you, my sweetheart. Thank you for calling
Uh,
anytime. You're very welcome to be part of the show. And, it's because it's a healing. It's a healing technique, You need to talk about, because you're going to feel so much releasing the pain and the suffering. And you're going to feel so much love coming towards you. And it's going to get better by the minute. The pain of losing somebody you love never goes away. Never, but it gets better as the time goes by. So I want you to know that. Okay, my
thank you.
lovely
Thank
Elena,
you.
thank you so much for calling me, and feel free to call anytime, my love.
Thank you very much, Miss
Okay,
Carmen,
my
and
beautiful.
talk with you
Love
next
you.
time.
Anytime,
Thank
my
you.
angel.
I
I
love it
love
too.
you.
Bye bye. Have a
Okay,
great
sweetheart.
evening.
You too, my
Bye
dear.
bye.
So,
Bye bye.
I don't know if I'm getting to the points of the 12 strategies which I try to bring tonight. I'm going to go very briefly, if I have a minute left of the show. I want you, when you plan to achieve something, to think, first of all, realistically, that dreams should be big, but you should also know your tendencies, your personal strengths, your weaknesses, and understand that achieving a goal comes with sacrifice. Then I want you to follow your intuition, because your intuition will tell you whether to go towards this goal or not, and how to do it. So when you in doubt, meditate, allow the answers to come to you from your higher self. So that's very powerful. Also, cut out negative influences. You don't need anybody to tell you you are not good enough or you're not going to succeed. So that's very significant. Don't allow negativity to distract you from achieving your goal. You have to start the business slow, or you have to start your goal slow, because you may want to conquer the world, but even Rome wasn't built in a day. So you have to remember that you have to do things one step at a time. You have to have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C. We spoke about how significant it is to have a strategy, but I want you to have not just one strategy, but numerous strategy, a backup plan. I want you to take calculating risks, because a goal takes a certain amount of risk to achieve. So you'll have to go outside of your comfort zone and learn from your setbacks, reinvent yourself, embrace your process, and act in the right time. Find sources for inspiration and have faith. So I'm Carmen Harra. Very grateful for the opportunity to be with you tonight. May God take care of you, be blessed, and be safe. And I'll be with you next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on OMTime Radio. Thank you for listening.